The impact that DAP has made on my life, it reminds me that I'm worthy and that I'm not the piece of shit that he thinks I am. That I have worth. They break you down mentally before they break you down physically.
My journey through life has really been filled with violence from the time I was a child. My mother was physically and emotionally abusive. When your parents love you, and they told me over and over, nobody will ever love you like your mother, you begin to equate violence with love.
DAP taught me what is anxiety, what is depression, what is sadness, what is anger. It was always every negative emotion ended up being suppressed and then coming out as anger. And I was able to learn that there's a range of emotions and process them, not just, I feel bad, let's change it, it's why.
I started feeling safe enough to discuss real issues that was going on, and being able to open up more allowed me to listen and learn. So it became like one of those, man, I can't wait until, the next session. A setting where you can come and you can talk about some of the horrific things that you've done and not be judged. Not only not be judged, but, have somebody that wants to help you.
Every single one of us is touched by violence. We may have seen it in our communities, we may have seen it in our homes, with friends and loved ones. Some of us may have also experienced it.
There's just not enough of that kind of therapy for people that need it. I come from a volatile childhood, and I'm sure other people do too. And you think that's normal, and it's not normal. It's not normal to get knocked down the stairs and beat up when you're 4 years old.
My life was a mess. I was in a therapist's office looking for answers to the mess that I felt I had created. And she pulled out the information for DAP. It changed my life.
We've come to this idea of what a victim looks like, not understanding that there really isn't a face to a victim. A victim is a victim.
Since I came to DAP, I have been able to achieve consistency. DAP was one of the first things that I've done without quitting. I always say the biggest accomplishment is winning. It ain't much visitations, but it's something with my child. I'm doing music now, my podcast that I've been working on, and makes me feel like I can accomplish anything pretty much.
DAP is giving me tools to see what's going on and to not be so invested in that and invest in myself.
Now I'm a union carpenter, I'm reliable at work, and also I have a relationship I'm fostering, I'm taking care of. That was never able to do that.
DAP stays focused on service, and that focus comes from listening to the community.
I actually have a future, like I can actually see myself 5 years from now. The podcast is centered around teaching people about my culture. This is learned behavior. Like, people don't understand what learned behavior is. We're not born evil, we're not born mad. This is something that you gather along the way, you learn along the way.
I know there's millions of people out there just like me. Take just me and my wife, for instance. What if we did have a kid? That kid's just gonna emulate behavior. I'm speaking from experience. I didn't know how to process my emotion, and that's a terrible way to live. So yeah, DAP is really, really important to kind of help people like me.
You not only changed my life, but you have changed my children's lives. Even if they found themselves in abusive relationships, they got out. And I think that they saw the change within our family and knew it was no longer acceptable. Every dollar ripples really through the community. The dollars that were invested in me rippled through my kids' lives and my grandchildren's lives. That's very empowering.